Hello again, second grade. Before we get started on lesson 3 for Native Americans of the Plains, I want to remind you to carefully go over our previous lesson and watch the videos that are listed in the lesson. I put in the links for those into the assignment for you so that you're able to see it and watch, and it'll give you lots of great information about the different Native American tribes in the United States. Now moving in to lesson 3, Native Americans of the Plains. Make sure you answer your essential question and work on your word hunt as well. And please make sure that your name and date is on all your pages.
Lesson 3, Native Americans of the Plains. Essential question. How did the land shape the culture of Native Americans on the Plains? What do you think? The Plains. Our class has learned a lot about Native Americans of the Southeast and Northeast woodlands. Next, we moved into a room that showed what life was like in the Plains region. The Lakota is one example of a tribe that lived in this region. Our guide told us that the Plains region was made up of grasslands, valleys, streams, and hills. There were very few trees. Most of the land in the Plains region was prairie. A prairie is an area of flat land or rolling hills covered in grasses. The summers were hot. The winters were long and cold. The Plains got very little rain over the course of a year. Quick check. How is the Plains region the same as the Northeast Woodlands region? Quick check. How is the Plains region different from the Northeast Woodlands region?
Okay, so take a minute to write a sentence comparing the land in the Northeast Woodlands to the land that's in the Plains. So you can take a look at the Northeast Woodlands over here. You can take a look at the Plains over here. Now, during the reading, it does tell us quite a bit about what the land is like, about the weather and climate, and it tells us about the tribes. So on this first page is where you're going to find information about which tribes live in that region. We're going to find a good amount of information here about the land and some more information up here. And then the bottom part of this paragraph tells us about what the weather is like over there. So after you've completed this and you've answered your question right here, I do want you to take a minute and circle the Plains region on the map. So the Plains region is the region we're working on right now. It's going to be this big orange region right in the middle.
Daily life on the Plains. Native Americans on the Plains did not let any part of the buffalo go to waste. When they killed a buffalo, they ate as much of the meat as they could. They dried the rest of the meat so it could be eaten at a later time. People also used the buffalo skins to make clothes, bedding, and covers for their teepees. Housing. People used tall wooden poles set up in a circle to make their teepees. The poles made a triangle shape. In the center of each teepee, there was a fire pit that was used for light and heat. Food. A stew made from buffalo meat and vegetables was a favorite meal. Music. People played music on drums and other instruments. Their music told stories about each tribe. Clothing. People made clothing and moccasins out of buffalo skins. Daily chores. Women stretched and cleaned the buffalo skins. Then they left the skins in the sun to dry. Quick check. Why were buffalo important to Native Americans of the Plains region?
Okay, so that we can see what their life was like, we're going to review these pages, and I'm going to read this section to you. Uh, the daily life on the plains for Native American tribes on the plains, their life was basically centered around hunting buffalo. So they moved from place to place as the buffalo herds moved so that they could follow the animals because they used those animals in so many different parts of their life. So because they were moving so often, they needed to have homes that they could quickly take apart and move with them, something that wasn't completely stuck into the ground, something that wasn't very difficult to build and put together and take apart. And then these houses that they built were called teepees. So you can see what a teepee looks like over here. It's made with lots of tall sticks kind of standing in a cone shape that meet at the top. And they used to take the buffalo skin and use that as a cover for their teepees. So after you've reviewed these pages, I'm going to circle the parts of the culture that were the same between the plains and the Northeast woodlands, and then go ahead and underline the parts that were different. And then we're going to go back and answer our essential question here, which says, how did the land shape the culture of Native Americans on the plains? So take a minute to go back and reread or replay the video so that you're able to complete these questions. Once you're done with this, you are going to jump into your quiz for this lesson. You may use your book for the quiz. Please make sure you're watching all of the videos. There are extra videos that I would like for you to watch, like I mentioned in the beginning, that tell a lot more about the different tribes. Make sure you watch those because those will definitely help you get a better understanding of these different tribes and will help you with your quiz. I'm going to link all of these into your Google Classroom assignments, and I will pull up one of the videos for you so that you're able to see it. Okay, so you'll be able to see that this this video is going to be linked into your assignment, and it is about 27 minutes long. It will give you information. It's broken up into different parts with quiz questions and answers to help you practice and study about Native Americans in the different regions. So if you are struggling more with one region than the other, you can go to that specific section. Otherwise, I would like for you to watch it all. This is, again, linked in Google Classroom. So if you have any questions or you're not sure where to find it, go into the assignments. I'll have the links posted all in one spot. Otherwise, that's all I've got for you today, second grade. I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye-bye.